What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In this video, we're going to look at the star metal weapons and how they compare to each other when it comes to damage against the golems in the new Kurak dungeon. What I really wanted from this video was the amount of damage that I was doing just with the weapon and not any attributes, so I stripped everything out of my attributes, and I also stripped down my character so that I wasn't getting any bonuses from armor. I then took each weapon and spawned in the event golem and then attacked it with a light attack, a heavy attack, and a special attack if that was available for that weapon. And I took note of all the different damage numbers so that I could create a spreadsheet of each one of these and give you a ranking of which ones were the best. I am going to go through this in the order of worst to best, so stick around to the end so you can see which weapon is the best to go up against the golems. Don't forget to whack that like button and subscribe for future videos. Now there's two basic data points that I'm going to give you across all these weapons. The first is the attack power for light, heavy, and special, and then the second is whether I was able to kill the golem with a single bar of stamina using either the light or the heavy attack.
Number 10.
This one goes to the two-handed axe. This guy is virtually garbage against the golems. The most damage I was able to get against the golem was with a heavy attack, and that was only 5 hit points. The light attack only did 2 hit points, and the special attack was a block. I was unable to kill these golems with a full stamina bar of light attacks or a full stamina bar of heavy attacks.
Number 9.
Next on our list is the short sword. This guy is not recommended either. It does 11 damage with a light attack, 11 damage with a heavy attack, and its special attack only does 1 damage. This guy was not able to kill the golem with a full stamina bar on either the light or heavy attacks.
Number 8.
Moving on to the one-handed axe, the stats for this were a light attack at 21 damage and a heavy attack at 23 damage. You do a kick with the special attack on this one, which is going to net you 1 damage. Again, going through full stamina bars for both light and heavy, I was unable to defeat the golem with this weapon, so I don't recommend this one either.
Number 7.
The next on our list is the spear. This is where things actually started to change. You can see I'm doing quite a bit more damage with the spear than I had been with the other weapons. The spear does 43 with the light attack and 43 with the heavy attack. Its special is a kick, and with using a full stamina bar, I was able to drain his hit points more than halfway. So this is a decent weapon to go into the dungeon with, especially once you have your build set up and you're doing the additional damage from your attributes and your armor.
Number 6.
Now we're down to the one-handed sword, and this weapon was doing 43 damage with a light attack and 53 damage with a heavy attack. Its special ability is a kick, which is going to net you 1 damage, but with this weapon I was actually able to defeat the golem with a full stamina bar. So this is where things really start to ramp up as far as damage goes with these weapons. We're almost at the halfway mark, and I want to know if any of you are surprised with these results so far.
Number 5.
Now that we're to daggers, things really change. With the daggers, I was able to do 58 damage with the light attack and 102 damage with the heavy attack. Its special is actually a backflip, so it doesn't do any damage. However, with both the light attacks and the heavy attacks, I was able to defeat the golem with a single stamina bar. Now this is going to be the only melee weapon that's in the agility category that is going to be good against the golems. I did not test the katana in this video because it simply doesn't do any additional damage to the golems.
Number 4.
I would have never thought that the star metal bow with these star metal arrows actually did so well. With the light attacks, I was able to kill the golem with just 13 arrows. And if you couple that with some of the perks and some heavy shots, you can make that a really good build. I was able to one-shot golems with the rolling thrust and the heavy attack to the head. So this is a really good option for those of you that want to play agility archer to go into that dungeon and wreck shop on these golems with your bow build.
Number 3.
We're down to the top 3 weapons, and these fights go very fast. The Star Metal two-handed sword does 104 on the light attack and 123 on the heavy attack. The special attack from the two-handed sword does 257 damage. I was able to kill the golem with the light attack with 1 stamina bar, the heavy attacks with 1 stamina bar, but not the special attack because it uses so much stamina. However, remember, it is knocking out 257 hit points when you do that attack, so when you couple that with your build, you should be able to one-shot golems with that weapon as long as you're doing the special attack.
Number 2.
The one-handed mace kicks off our next spot. Now, with the light attack, I was doing 129 damage, and with the heavy attack, I was doing 196 damage. Its special is a kick, so you're only going to get 1 hit point out of that. But even with missing my first heavy attack on the heavy combo, I was able to kill the golem with less than half the stamina bar used. Many of you probably already know what's in my number 1 spot. If you watch my previous video on my one-shot builds, I explain which weapon is the best in that video. However, I want to take a moment just to thank JordeeKai again for being the voice of the numbers in this video, and her links are in the description of this video if you go over and tell her hi from Whack Nation.
Number 1.
The absolute best star metal weapon to use is the two-handed hammer. This guy does 197 damage with a light attack and 224 damage with a heavy attack. It is not outdone by the two-handed sword special attack, but you are not using as much stamina with the heavy attack from this weapon. And if you put together a build from the video in the top right-hand corner right now, you'll be able to one-shot golems with this weapon. Now, there are some weapons that use star metal to craft that allow you to have this same kind of damage with a different skin. However, I don't recommend hunting those down as they have not been consistent for me. So if you're going after the golems, I recommend using the actual star metal weapons, and then if you want to apply a skin to it, you can absolutely do that at the thaumaturgy bench. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.